Welcome back to Shennington for the Superprix. It's the TKM Clubman class up next. Grid positions look like this. This is the budget class for racing, the cheapest possible cost for karting in the UK, all wrapped up in the TKM Clubman class. Used tyres specifically, one of the ways that the Clubman class controls its costs. And we're off and running through the line. Looks like, a bit of contact there between Morris on the outside and the poleman Liam Wilson. It's Wilson that's held on. Big incident in the back of the field. We've got three karts off. One's hit the barrier big time. Looks like the three drivers concerned. I think it's Ben Vincent, James Kaiser and Kyle Morby on the 19. I think they're the three drivers involved in that incident. So we see the 17, Tom Longfield, making up a place. This is typically, as is the case with all the TKM classes, very competitive. I'm expecting this to be a fairly close encounter. We've got a couple out front, a little bit of a gap back to Colin Morris, which he closes up in Wilkins. So 5 drivers at the front. That's Wilson from Michael Green. Colin Morris, the old stager, in third, and Max Goldsmith making up a move on Jack Coburn. Then comes Buckley Whitworth, Longfield, Marrow and David Medlock rounding out the top 10. That's the top 10 after lap 1. It's not where you are at the end of lap 1 though, it's where you are at the end of lap 12 in this case. 12 laps is final. Liam Wilson out front will hope to be there at the end of the 12 laps, as will the man in behind him, Michael Green, started P3. There he is, he through to second place. Colin Morris, the old stager, in third. Colin won't allow them to get away and have it all their own way, that's for sure. He'll be battling for the win by the end. 77 in the shot, James Whitworth, 20 in behind him, looking to make a move in. Wilkins, nice sweet move by Andre Marrow. I assume it's Marrow, as his first name is Andre rather than Marrett. 42 going through the shot is David Brickley there in 6th place. Another man going through, Eddie Moore, another old stager, a bit like Colin Morris. We've seen him a few times at the TKM Festival. Eddie just outside the top 10. Here comes Morris for his bid for second place. Lovely sweet move, and that closes the gap for the drivers in behind. They take advantage and get that much closer to the battle for second place. Liam Wilson, the leader, developing a little bit of a gap here. Colin Morris is going to have to get his game face on here, and I think he realises that's why he's made the move. So it's Morris now in second place, the 22 Michael Green there in third. He's being hounded by the 66 of Goldsmith, and in behind Goldsmith is 28 Jack Coburn. Here's Goldsmith's move for third place. Nice sweet move through turn 1. That's a difficult move as well. You've got to be right on it there to make sure you make that stick, and it looks like he has. Let's have a look. Yes, through to third place for Goldsmith. And that drops the 22 Michael Green back 1, make that 2, and what a move that is! Up the inside, does himself a brace. Always nice to do a pair, and Jack Coburn goes from 5th to 3rd in the one turn. Beautiful. And I can see the grin on his face from here inside that green helmet. He's loving it. Through to 3rd place. What can he do from there? There is Jack. He'll be hoping to chase down Colin Morris in second. Already pulled a kart length. Now, can the 66 of Goldsmith hold on to him? Wilson that leads from Morris, Coburn, Goldsmith, Michael Green, then Tom Longfield's made his way up to 6th place. The top 10 ran it out by David Brickley, Andrew Marrow. Whitworth has dropped a few places from the early running, and Medlock there in 10th place rounds out the top 10. James Whitworth was running 7th after lap 1. He's down to 9th now, so lost a couple of places since the early running. It looks like this is becoming rapidly a 2-driver battle for the win. It's still Wilson out front. Morris is doing his best to chase him down, but he's got 6 or 7 car lengths to make up. This is the battle for 3rd. Coburn holds on. Here's a move there for 5th place. That's Tom Longfield on the way back, started P7, dropped places at the start. He's back up to 5th place. There's Goldsmith for 3rd. Nice move again up the inside. Looks like that's his favourite spot to make that manoeuvre. Rest of the kart stream through the line one more time. But here's that battle for the lead. Morris getting a little bit closer, and Goldsmith is going to get done up the inside again. Does he? No! Gets him on the switchback. Classic move, and Longfield takes advantage as well. He moves up a place, so Goldsmith dropped the place to Coburn, but then Coburn ran wide and then lost 2 places on the exit. In fact, make that 3 places now as the 22s come through, Michael Green as well. So not the best lap there for Jack Coburn on the 28. There he is, Jade Kart. We're at the halfway stage, plenty of time for Colin Morris to track down the leader. He's getting a little bit closer, just 3 or 4 car lengths now, as Tom Longfield makes his bid for this race. He's up to 3rd place. There he is, gone through in Cafe Corner now. What's he got? He's certainly not had the best start to the race. Coburn looking up the inside for a spot, can't get that done. Michael Green it is now in 4th place. Goldsmith has dropped to 5th, so Green made his way past there as well through the Cafe Corner. Longfield, what's he got in reserve? He didn't have the best start to the race, but he's on the charge now through to 3rd place. That's Jack Coburn who makes his move through Wilkins. That's another place back for Jack. Goldsmith now going backwards, so Max down to 6th place currently. And he's going to come under pressure from the 42 of David Brickley. Going through the shot, the 20 there of Andrew Marrow. James Whitworth on the 77, the 60 was David Medlock. It's the battle for 3rd, this is the battle for 5th. And here's Goldsmith again for another move. So these drivers swapping places, and once again he gets done on the switchback. Out of the turn, that's a classic karting move. Go wide, somebody comes up the inside, you just have them back down the inside on the exit of the corner. Down Hanger Straight into Hanger Bend, the right-hander here, that brings you into Wilkins, the final turn on the circuit. This little complex, the right and then the left, which brings you out over the line. Morris gets another kart length closer. This is looking more and more like it could come down to a last lap shootout here between Wilson and Morris. Colin Morris, the old stager, what's he got in reserve? He's got lots of experience. Wilson, that much younger, but a hard charger nevertheless. He'll be difficult to get past if Morris leaves it too late. He'll want to try and get past him in the next lap or so. Otherwise it's getting really towards the business end, and it's going to be even more difficult in the closing stages certainly. And here is Morris, he's 2 to 3 kart lengths, gets closer under braking, and it's just down to a kart length now as he comes left-handed out over the start-finish line through Park Bend. So it's Wilson and Morris from Longfield and Green, 3rd and 4th, and Coburn, Goldsmith, Brickley, with 20 coming into the picture. That's Andrew Marrow. Then Eddie Moore's up into the top 10 in 9th, and James Whitworth rounds out the top 10 on the 77. Here's Morris's bid for this race. He's right on the back of him now. Make the move as soon as he gets there. He's not going to wait. This is lap 10, so just over 2 laps remaining. Is he going to have time to get past? That's the 66 going through the shot. In 6th place currently, Max Goldsmith now. He's looking like a potential podium early on, but not now. Leaders out of the final turn, across the stripe this time. 10 laps gone, 2 to go. And Morris right on the back. Will he look in Cafe Corner? Can't see if he's making that move there. The rest of the drivers make the way through the start-finish line pretty much as you were last time. Back with the leaders, here's Morris, he's looking for the switch back now. Wilson is defending, Morris will try and come underneath him on the exit, but hasn't got the momentum. Down to the chicane, it looks like it's going to be a last lap, do or die for Colin Morris here. Still Wilson that has it out of the Bruno Ferrari chicane. Hanger Straight into Hanger Bend. Wilson is defending now, he's not going to give this one up easy. Morris will have to work a gap here, try and get something down the inside, possibly Cafe Corner if he gets the run. Across the stripe, there's the start holding up the last lap sign. He's close enough if he gets the sniff here up the inside. Here comes Morris, bid for the lead. They're side by side out of the turn. Oh, contact between them. Wilson's off on the grass, and that looks like Morris is through to the lead, and Wilson loses another 2 places. He goes from 1st to 4th on the last lap. Well, that's a bit controversial. Have a look at this. The side-by-side, Colin Morris, he's got the line. Now Wilson runs wide. He just tries to come back on when Morris is in the way. I don't think Morris did anything wrong there. If you've run wide, you've got to allow the man up the inside to go past and then rejoin behind him. He didn't do that. Morris is going to take the win, and to be honest, I think he's going to hold on to it even if there is any sort of investigation. Morris takes a win. Tom Longfield, as you see there, crossed the line in 2nd place, but unfortunately after the race in scrutineering he was excluded for being underweight. So Michael Green it would be that would finish in 2nd, from Liam Wilson eventually 3rd after leading the entire race. Jack Coburn would finish 4th and Andre Marot in 5th. Great action, and there's more coming up. Don't go away.